Beekeeping season is officially upon us here in Southeast Alabama. And why do I say that? Yesterday I was down at the Slocum Bee Yard and I saw a swarm up in a tree, which tells me two things. Number one, the bees are moving ahead with the season, and number two, the beekeeper hasn't done a very good job of staying on top of the situation. I've been so concerned with the bees up in Ozark, I've kind of neglected some of my other bee yards, but of course the bees have done their own thing and they're doing quite well in these other spots. Today I am in Midland City, Alabama, at a wonderful, beautiful spot. This is a place where I put bees last summer. I haven't done a lot of videos out here. I was hoping to capture some of the honey flow. It didn't work out very well because the honey flow was not that great last year. We got all kinds of flora out here. This area is largely untouched. Many acres of just wild. I mean, we got all kinds of flora. We got a tallow grove that way. We have farmers' fields all around. And then of course, if you can see behind me, just shrubs and shrubs, all kinds of stuff. We got blackberries out there. I think it's going to be a phenomenal spot. And the owners have told me I can do pretty much whatever I want to with bees out here. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here in a few weeks when this place really starts to turn green and the flowers start to bloom. It's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't done a lot of videos at this spot in the past because it's either on my way to or on my way home from the other bees that I have usually, and I stop in here real quickly and get done what's got to be done. And so, hey, let's peek in some of these colonies this morning. Let's see how they're doing. It was 61 degrees when I looked at my phone. Beautiful spring type day out here. It couldn't be any more pretty than this. With the new season kicking in, I thought I'd try out this new tool I got at the Bee Expo. The guy that sold this to me was from Kunzer Honey Farm. I guess that's how you say it. He's got a YouTube channel called Kunzer Homesteading. These are some seeds he was giving out as well at the expo. I'll have to give those a try. I need to look at the instructions on how to plant them. Another sign that it's a new beekeeping season, I went ahead and ordered me a new Guardian bee jacket. This is a pullover. I like the pullovers they have, and it's really nice. Terry's been real good to me over the years. Just broke it out of the package this morning. So we're going to go ahead and get this jacket on. My old jacket, it still works, but man, it's just kind of getting old and beat up. I wore it most of the year last year, and I'm ready for another one. I was looking at the entrances of this colony, and we got bees bringing in pollen. We got yellow pollen coming in, and we have some red pollen coming in. Look at those pretty bees. Wow, don't they look great? These bees were on cotton late last year, and so they built up pretty good. Most of them had some pretty good stores. I'm gonna try out this new hive tool here. I haven't really used it before. Let's see if I like it here, see what the advantage of it is. I just thought it was kind of cool. And let's see how it works here. These frames are locked in pretty good. It's been a while since I've really gone through these colonies here. See up here, it looks like we got honey. Now I don't know if this is fresh honey that they're putting in now or if it's older honey from last year. I think it's probably more than likely honey that was stored last year, would be my guess. I'm seeing a few little beetles here, but not many, so that's pretty normal down here to see a few beetles in the bees. It's not a big deal. A little bit of pollen right here, as you can see. Got some red and some yellow. I think I want to just break this box off and see what we have in the next level down. Okay, now we're getting down into the heart of the matter here, I think. Most of these colonies have a medium on the bottom, then a deep. That's a pretty ideal configuration for here in the south. It is aggravating though because it's two different sized boxes. A deep and a medium works well, or a medium and a deep. So these bees seem calm and happy. You see they're putting some nectar in around the edges here. Let me touch them a little bit here. Sometimes they'll get out of the way. We got some pollen going in right there in the middle. Good stuff so far. It's ideal to start towards the outside of the colony. That'll create you some space to move these other frames and you have a less chance of rolling the queen, although it is still possible to roll her. Nice and slow, they're doing good. We got a little brood. Here's the queen right here. Isn't she pretty? Look how pretty that queen is. Man, she's a beauty. I'm going to mark her red for last year. She's definitely a last year's queen. I'm trying to do that if I find queens right now so I'll know what year they were. We're about to start having some new queens here soon though, so I might not be able to do that. Anything that's new this year will be green. Green is the color for 2024. Here she is right here. I'm going to grab her by the wings very gently. By the legs. Make sure if you do it this way, you want to make sure you get all three legs on one side. test your marker, make sure it's not going to bleed all over like it did on Big Red. Gently paint her. If you're really gentle and easy with her, it works out well. And release her, and there she goes. Lots of ways to mark queens, but that's the way I've started doing it. That's kind of how I've seen, Greg Burns, Seth Hill, and some different guys do it. Anyway, there she is. Be able to see her now and realize that she is a queen from last year. And the lighting is kind of hard to see, but I'm pretty sure there's eggs in here. We know we got a queen. We know we've got young larvae, so I'm sure she's laying. Let's see over here. Oh yeah, we got eggs on this side right here. So I'm going to be real easy, set this down in here, and I'm going to move it over and pull out a frame or two from kind of more over towards the middle. See what we got from a brood pattern standpoint, then we're going to close it back up. All right, got a big drone right here. Yeah, it's game on. It's a decent brood pattern. We got all kinds of milk brood, young larvae all through here, so we're in good shape. I'm going to go ahead and close it up. This one actually has another medium super on top. Some of the stronger colonies, I went ahead and added an extra box if I had a dead out or something, just so the bees would tend to those frames through the winter. Probably not a whole lot going on up here, as you can see, although we do have some honey up in this top box. And that very well could have just been honey that was on the dead out that I took this from. But the bees are able to tend it and keep it from getting robbed out or going bad. Now this is also a medium super. You can see, let's see, we got honey stores, drone right there, big drone right there. So they're doing good. Oh, here's the queen. Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. She's a dark queen. She's almost black. I'm amazed she's up here in this box. Wow, but there she is. You see her, how beautiful she is? She's a dark, dark queen. No idea where she came from. She is on my finger. Check her out. I'm not 100% sure she's a queen from last year, but I know she's at least from last year, maybe even the year before, so that'll let me know that she's a little bit older. Mark her the same way we did the other one. Wow, she's pretty. Look at how beautiful she is. I'm pretty confident she's not from this year because it's just barely the first part of February. So let's go ahead and set her down there. Actually, what I want to do is put her over here a little ways. That way I won't roll her. That's one reason you should probably pull the frames up from the outside. But if you're real careful, typically you won't roll a queen, but it is possible. And so it's a good beekeeping practice, I think, for folks to kind of go from the outside first. So at least that's what I've always been told. So what I'm seeing here, I obviously forgot to get the Formic Pro off of this one last fall. I did treat these colonies out here with Formic for mites back in the fall when the temperatures were right. Let's dive into this brood box here a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and start on the outside in case that queen ran down in here when I set that box on top here for a second. Okay, that's the deep frame. It's a big drone right there. You can see we've got the pollen, we got the honey, and we got the nectar coming in. So there's something coming in. I don't see a lot of trees blooming right now. I think that the red maple has probably already bloomed if it's not blooming now. But obviously something's going on. Yeah, we got all these big drones, lots of drones all through here. So these bees are in full-on spring mode, growth mode. There's a nice brood pattern. That beautiful dark queen is laying up a nice brood pattern here. I will just need to kind of keep an eye on these bees out here because these queens are all at least a year old, probably, or close to it, unless, of course, some of them may have superseded last year when they came back from almonds. But this girl right here is doing a great job. That's what you want to see. You want to see beautiful capped brood right here with very few holes like this if you can. So some drone brood right there. Beautiful. Look at that. That's all I need to see. As you can see, the beautiful bees here, we smoked them down a little bit, but you know, in this top box, they don't have a lot of honey up here, it doesn't look like. That frame, they're starting to put some nectar in though. If you can see right here. See, it looks a little shiny. This colony may not be quite as strong. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful frame right there of some honey. So they got food stores. These bees are looking pretty darn calm too. I think they're just happy because they got stuff coming in. Let's dive down a little deeper and see if we can find some brood and eggs, etc. All right, as you can see, this colony just isn't as strong as the other two were that we went in. They are putting some nectar in here though. Let's go and search for some brood. I'm going to come on over this way. See what I did? I'm creating a little space so we can pull this frame up without hopefully damaging or injuring the bees, particularly the queen. Bees look plenty calm. Man, they're wonderfully calm. But and I've got this frame flipped upside down. We've got honey right here. We got pollen all in there, mixed in with some nectar. On this other side, I didn't see any eggs or anything. Now, it is very possible, you know, that these bees might have swarmed, I guess. If I don't see any eggs or anything, that could be a reason. I mean, look at all those bees right there. We got drones all in here. But I'm really just not seeing much eggs or brood. Let's try this one. Look at all those bees. Look at that. Nothing on that one either. What do y'all think? You think she swarmed? With the population down a little bit like this and the bees seemingly happy, but no evidence of eggs or brood, at least not yet. All right. I think it's highly likely that these bees have swarmed. Don't really see any queen cells anywhere or evidence of any recent queen cells, which normally they're on the bottom of the frames. See, nothing on the bottom that would indicate a queen cell. So I don't know. I can hear them roaring a little bit, which is an indication of queenlessness, but they weren't doing that when I first cracked it open that I could tell, so I don't know that that's the issue. Should break this box off here and look in the bottom one just for fun? Might as well. Let me just see if I see any evidence of a queen down here. I don't think we have anything going on down here that's worth looking at. Nope, really doing very little down here. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to put this box, I'm going to reverse the boxes and put the deep on the bottom and put this one on top, because the bees, there's nothing going on down here. So y'all give me some theories. What do y'all think happened? Do you think they're queenless? Do you think they swarmed and we have a new queen in here somewhere? Maybe hasn't been mated yet. Like I say, I had a big, nice swarm down in Slocum yesterday. It's a little south of here. Yeah, nothing going on here. Give me some theories. Give me some ideas. What y'all think? Yeah, I'm going to reverse these boxes. I gotta tell you, the bees in the bottom box are roaring, and these bees are pretty quiet. I wonder if the queen might happen to be up in this top box right here. Let's see if we got anything over here. Well, I just don't see her. I'm just gonna let them roll, just give them some time. Years ago, my mentor told me I would have a hard time finding a queen, or I'd think I was queenless, and he would say, Bruce, just wait a couple of weeks. If you still don't have a queen, come and talk to me. And at first I just continued to buy queens from him. I just didn't pay attention to what he said, and that got a little expensive. So I learned to just let it ride a while, give it a couple of weeks, and then come back and check. And almost every time when I come back and check, there's a laying queen in there. So either they've superseded, or they stopped laying for a while, or they swarmed, but typically the bees know what they're doing. So we're gonna just let this hive ride for a while. Just gonna roll with it and see what they do. And of course, if we don't have any queen in here in a couple or 3 weeks, we'll just do something about that. Why don't we do one more? I just I'm having so much fun. Up here in the top box, it looks pretty good. I think we just got some bees. I think we got a little nectar, a little honey. I'm gonna go in the middle here, but I'll be super careful when I pull it out. Very, very gentle. All right, well right here, as you can see, we've got drone brood on the bottom. All through here, we got drones, we got bees, nectar, honey. More of the same on this side right here. And I'm seeing, you probably can't see, but I'm seeing all through here, I'm seeing eggs, larvae. Really just everything you need to see, honestly. Let's just pull out a frame or two down here. All this through here is drone brood. Many times the bees will build that drone brood between the frames. So I don't see any evidence of mites. If you have a mite infestation, typically when you pull those frames apart, you'll see little mites on the brood, but I don't see a single mite in there. That's good news. Pull this frame out, kind of towards the outside. Look at all that pollen. Isn't that a beautiful frame? Pollen, honey. They're definitely finding some food. I think it's going to be a really good spot for them. Right here we got a bee with that red pollen on her legs. You can see that. She's got her head tucked down right there in the cell. Got nice brood pattern, wow. Y'all think these bees are looking good? Are they about ready to explode? I think they are. Here on February 3rd. Let's go one more frame. Let me take a look and see if we got eggs. Yeah, it's gonna be hard, impossible for you to see, but right down through here I see a few eggs, and so I think that's all I need to see. You know what, I just gotta do one more. While we're in here, we might as well. So on this frame, I'm seeing little tiny pinprick looking just like little tiny dots. And all these cells, which means the queen has just laid those eggs recently. And on the bottom, if you look right here, might have matched. Here's like a queen cup here, another queen cup here that have been damaged a little bit. But they don't have any eggs in them or anything, so bees build these practice cups quite often. So I'm not too worried about it. And there's not a huge population here, so seeing the eggs means we got a queen. They have some room. I don't anticipate them swarming. Of course, you never can tell for sure. I'm pretty pleased with how they look. Well, that's it for this bee yard. I'm gonna go ahead and hit them with oxalic acid vapor. Cameron Jack has done some studies and says if you hit them every 5 to 7 days for 4 treatments, even with brood, it seems to work pretty well. So that's what I'm doing out here. So I'm gonna hit them with my instant vaporizers, and then we'll get out of here. As you can see, the bees are looking pretty good in this, my newest bee yard. We'll keep an eye on them and see what happens. It is game on with the bee season. If y'all wanna see some more strong bees, y'all watch this video right here. Y'all take care. We'll see you next time.